Good morning. Welcome back to Make It Monday. Today we're talking about making just 10 minutes in the morning for you to begin a yoga practice at home. Doesn't take much. You don't need any fancy clothes. You can roll out of bed and do this in your pajamas. First thing you want to do is prop yourself up on a blanket. You want to make sure that your knees are lower than your hips. Sit nice and tall and close your eyes. Draw your breath all the way into your belly. Nice, deep breath. And as you exhale, just allow yourself to sink into the floor. Let go of the inner thighs. Legs feel nice and heavy. Feel your shoulders beginning to pull away from your ears. And your spine begins to lengthen with each breath. You're sitting nice and tall. And just quickly scan your body. You want to make sure you're not feeling any new sensations in the joints, in the muscles. If you do feel something that just doesn't feel normal to you, just pay it special attention this morning. Be careful during this 10-minute sequence. You could stay here for your entire practice for the 10 minutes, or you could move on to the next step. And for that, we're going to bring ourselves on our hands and knees. Place your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Knees directly under the hips, toes curled under for now. Now let's focus on the hands for a moment. Spread your fingers comfortably wide, not overly stretched, just wide enough to give you a good base. Now press the pads of your fingers into the mat so you engage through that inside top corner of your palm, right underneath the index finger knuckle. It'll just help release some of the pressure off the heel of the hand. Arms nice and strong, biceps hugging towards each other. Lengthen through your spine with your next breath in. And as you exhale, soften behind the heart. Reducing that curve between the shoulders, shoulder blades press up towards the ceiling, heart draws a little closer towards the floor. Another long breath in. And as you exhale, uncurl the toes, press your hips towards your heels, coming into child's pose, keeping the arms active and engaged. Inhale, coming back up to table pose. As you exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips, coming into downward dog. Inhale, knees coming to the floor, returning to table pose. Exhale, child's pose. Really focus on connecting your movement with your breath. Inhale, back to table pose. Exhale, downward dog. One more cycle. Inhale, coming into table. Exhale, child pose. Inhale, come up to table pose. Exhale, downward dog. Now hold your downward dog for a breath. Nice deep breath. Another little scan of your body to see how you're feeling physically today. Next breath in, lift both heels nice and high. And as you exhale, press the right heel towards the floor, opening up the back of the right knee. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, left heel presses to the floor. Inhale, lift the left heel. Exhale, release the right. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, left heel presses down. Inhale, both heels nice and high. Exhale, both heels press towards the floor. Hold for a breath. Inhale, bring your knees all the way to the mat, coming into table pose. And as you exhale, child's pose. Softening through the arms this time, releasing your grip on the mat just slightly, but without moving your hands. Now take these few breaths in child's pose.
to bring your breath into the back of your ribs. And as you breathe deeply, you'll actually feel the breath beginning to open up the ribs and feel a slight stretch from the spine out to the sides of your body. And on each exhalation, just enjoy sinking into the floor a little bit more. Inhale, bring yourself back up to table pose. And this time as you exhale, press your hands into the floor, tuck your chin towards your chest, round through the spine, stretch between the back of the shoulders. Inhale, nice neutral table. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, coming into table pose. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Tuck your tailbone round through the spine. Stretch every vertebrae. Inhale, coming back to table. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table pose. Exhale, round through the spine. Pull the lower belly in. Squeeze all the air out. Inhale, neutral table. Exhale, downward dog. Now hold your downward dog for 2 more breaths. Long, deep breaths, filling your ribs front, back, side to side, up and down with each breath. Arms still strong. Lift your heels, bring your knees all the way to the mat, slightly wider than your hips. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, sit back towards your heels, coming into child's pose.
Always make sure you have time for Shavasana at the end of your practice. Now just gently tuck your shoulder blades underneath you so that the backs of your arms and hands can rest heavily on the floor. Close your eyes. Draw a deep breath into your belly. And as you exhale, allow your back to sink into the floor. Nothing to be afraid of here. The floor will hold you. You're not going anywhere. Let your feet relax. Toes point out towards the corners. Inner thighs begin to roll out and up. Nice and soft behind the eyes. No tension in the cheeks. All that's left is you and your breath. When you're ready to come out, begin slowly. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Bring some movement to your hands and feet. Deepen your breath. Give your knees a good squeeze. Shoulders pull in towards the floor. And just gently rock yourself from side to side, massaging your lower back. And softly bring yourself onto your right side. Use your right arm to support your head and neck. Stay here for another breath. Next breath in, press your hands into the floor. Slowly bring yourself up to sit nice and tall. Bring your hands together at your heart. Eyes nice and soft. Take a moment to be grateful. Place your hands on your heart. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bow forward to release your practice. As you inhale, slowly come up. Hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day.